Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this little fun fold card that I'm using for my December birthdays. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. Okay, and I'm going to use my Stamparatus simply because I've had this little guy mounted for another project I was working on. So I'm going to ink up the penguin I want, and then I'm going to set my cardstock onto the Stamparatus, and I can put my magnet there to hold it. Although since I'm not doing a second stamped image using the Stamparatus, that's not as big an issue. There we go. So I've got my cute little penguin, and I can move my Stamparatus to the side. And now I can finish stamping. So I'm going to add a little snow below his feet, and I'm going to take this little swatch of ground here and ink it up with my pool party and then simply add it below his feet. And this is a great stamp because you can keep building layers and the snow will look a little different. Okay, I'm going to cut him out now with my oval die. While I was cutting out this cute little penguin, I also cut out this coordinating scallop oval that is part of the Layering Ovals dies. And I am ready to adhere this little guy right onto that. Don't you love the way our Whisper White is thick enough you can turn it over like I just did here? If you notice that little oops on the back. There we go. So now I am ready to start with the sentiment here on the bottom. And I am going to take my Whisper White panel and I am going to ink up the You're So Cool sentiment. And that's going to go in the bottom right corner. And then I'm going to take the sentiment from our Itty Bitty Birthdays, and I am going to put that up on the top here and stamp the happy birthday. I just love the set. It comes with all kinds of birthday sentiments and has 16 different choices for you. Okay, now that I've got all my stamping done, I'm going to start assembling. I'm going to bring in a piece of Whisper White cardstock here and the piece of the Designer Series paper. I love that I can use this autumn paper for winter projects too, simply by using the pattern of choice. And this pretty peacock goes perfectly for winter. Okay, now that I've got that done, I'm going to bring in my card base, and of course this is that fancy fold. I'm going to adhere this to the top by adding some adhesive on the outside here. And then I'm going to add this inside panel on the inside so that sentiment peeks out from the bottom. There we go. And then I'm ready to add my penguin. Now, I'm going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of this. I am going to place one Stampin' Dimensional at the bottom of the front here, and then I am going to add a couple of dimensionals on the side and at the very top. Remove the protective covers. And by adding my adhesive in this location, I know that I'm going to catch this bottom flap and the top without worrying about the fact that I could adhere my card closed. And I'm going to lay that down. There we go. And then I'm going to bring in these beautiful clear epoxies. These come in frosted and clear. They're called droplets. And I'm going to pick one up with my Take Your Pick tool, set it down in the corner there. And I think I'm going to use the larger one here, and then I'm going to pick up a smaller one and set it over here. There we go, just a little bling, and of course you could add it where you'd like. So let me show you the original again. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Ginny. Thanks for joining me.